Hello everybody, my name is Roxana Griffin with Creations by Griffin, and today we are going to be learning how to do a design in Adobe Illustrator. I'm actually going to be creating a SVG file, and then I'm going to be cutting it on a size that I need so I can upload it to my Glowforge. So I'm going to do the first part today, and then tomorrow I'm going to actually cut it. Okay, so I am going to aim at the actual computer. So bear with me, I'm just tying it up here so you guys can see it. All right. So right now I have it set up where the sizes are about 8 wide and 7 high. The customer wants it to be about 20-inch wide. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make my art board about 20-inch wide. So let's do that. And I'm sorry, I have a bad, nasty upper respiratory infection, so I sound kind of stuffy. All right, and I think I'm gonna make it a little bit wider, maybe like 15. Okay, so I am going to. You okay?
I walked into the spider.
Oh, my daughter just got home from work. So just want to make sure she was okay. So I am gonna make this as big as I think it will look good. So, and I want to make it about 18 inch. And I think I want to make this a little bit longer. There we go. Maybe 11. All right. So right now I have it 18 inches wide, 15 inches high, but I think I want to make it even a little bit longer. Maybe make this 19 inch. There we go. Okay. So that's 19, just about it, and about 16 inch height. So my Glowforge, I have to, the section that's gonna be available to cut is gonna be the width is no more than 9. I usually like to keep it about 19.5. And then the 10?
Let's get analyzed.
Oh, okay.
She can talk in the next 5 minutes and she can tell her.
Okay. And then the height, I usually like to make it about it can be as long as I want to, because I have the bypass. So usually I have to pick where do I want to cut my stuff. And I like to not make it so complicated. And in case I don't line things up right, I like to also, have it, if I have to sand it a little bit, that's okay. So I am going to, first of all, turn this around to 90 degrees. Let's see. Yes. So what that does is, and I'm actually gonna turn it to 180 degrees. Maybe. All right, so we're just going in big circles. Okay, so I like for the widest, is that a word? To go on top, and so then I know that this right now is about 16 inch from here to here. It's about 16 and a half. My capacity, I have a window of 20. So I know that that's good. Because I know that this part eventually is going to be 20 or close to 20. So, and I know that from here to here, I want to probably do it about 9. Just so I'll have some room to play with. So I go in here and I select like a little rectangle. This is how I do it, guys. I'm sure there's other ways of doing it, but this is what works for me. So I kind of just draw a rectangle. And then I know that that's the height is 10, and then that's too much. So then about there would be good. So, oh goodness. Okay, hold up. So I'm gonna change that to done, that to done. Okay. So kind of give me like a reference. I know that would be good to cut it there, but I'm also looking at if it doesn't line up, am I gonna be able to fix it? I know from the top we're fine. I prefer something right here. And you know, sometimes I have to cut it 3 times, and I'm okay with that because I can line it up really good. I think right there would be good. Because I can probably, if that's myself, I can fix that right there. This might be a little bit tough. I'm fixing. Let me think here for a minute. I'm looking for what's the best way to do it. And if I do it there, oops, I meant to move to the side and to grab this. If I do it there, then I have, I might cut this 3 times actually. I could possibly cut it there, which is a clean cut from here all the way to here. And then cut it again, possibly like right here. So this is a little tricky because you have, let's move this, oops. You have this gap right here. You have this gap right here. You have this gap right here. You have to line it up here. And you know, you might be saying, well, why can't I cut it like this in half and fix it, and it might be easier. But to be honest, either way, it's gonna be tricky. So I think what I'm going to do is just cut it here, the first one. So, all right. So I grab my scissors and I just kind of eye this. I do a cut there because that's where I want it. And I'm gonna cut it there. And then I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna group the top part. Gonna change the color. All right, so delete this. And you know, to be easier, I probably should have done it like that. Okay, So we gotta ungroup it. So did it ungroup. Sometimes you have to ungroup it 100 times before it does it. Ungroup. Well, we know we cut it, so where is it? Let's look at the layers. Where? Oh. Sometimes the way that they write, that the SVG file is written, it also affects the way that we're having to cut this. So I don't think that it took anything. All right, let's try one more thing. Let's do this. Let's see. Sometimes when I release it, but guess what happened? I didn't, wonder if this side, if I do shift and this, shift, this, oh, look at that. Let's see if I can group that and move it. Look at that. That's exactly what I wanted to do. So I am going to, so now I have this side that I have to do something. But let me see. If I go here, and if I do compound, make. Okay, so I like to change the color just so I can know that that's one part I'm gonna be using. So now I have this, and I know that, let's measure this, the leftover. So you see right here, I don't know if you can see, but right here, it says 13.158. That is the height, and my capacity on my Glowforge is only 10. I like to do it like 9.5. So I know that I have to make another cut, and that's not a problem because I think I might want to grab, I think I might gonna cut it here. Let's see, I'm not 100% sure. What does this look like? So right there is 7. What if I expand this to right here? Oh, that actually works. So I think that's why I'm gonna cut it. Okay, now, so when I cut this, I'm gonna have to get the scissors, and I just line that up the best I can. Cut right there, cut right there. Oh no, there might be a little wrong there. Cut right there, and then you know what? I'm gonna undo it because I cut too close. Okay. I kinda need to cut past this little lever. So okay. So here we go. I'm gonna cut right there. I'm gonna cut right there. I'm gonna cut right there. And then I'm gonna cut right there. So that's exactly what I want. See, I want that, and I want this. And then I'm gonna group it. Can I group different groups? Okay, fine. Then I can do this. I can delete this. And I know that this is one part. And this isn't. What? What? Ungroup. Okay, so that's one. And then this is. This thing can be. Okay, so we know that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna group that for right now. And then I'm gonna group this. Because we wanna make sure we make that and that we group that. And we're gonna change that to, let's put it. Okay, so let me zoom this up a little bit. So now this is one group. And this is another group. And I need to make sure that they're going to match. And you see how it's off already? So I'm gonna ungroup this and line it up. Because if it's not lined up correctly in my screen, it's not gonna transfer correctly on the Glowforge. And we don't want that. So I know that the center part is fine, but I know that this part right here has to move it. And I use the arrows to kind of line it up. Okay. It's lined up good right there. But you see there's a little gap. So if I leave it like this, here, I'm going to point this out. If I leave it like this, then it will cut like that, and we cannot have that. So sometimes you have to kind of adjust it yourself. So right there, it's gonna overpass, and I'm okay with that. And I actually, sometimes I like that to make it a little bit longer so they can overlay. I noticed that that tends to help matching better. So, I don't know, it just works for me. I'm just weird, I guess. So, I'm gonna overlay this just a little bit. And literally I just hold that and then go down on my keyboard, do arrows down. And like this will cut off lines, so I have to move it over a little bit. Perfect. And that's how I want it. I know that the other one's already overlaying, so I just push it down too. Perfect. That gives you a little bit of tweaking if you need to. Okay, so this one, I'm gonna switch it here. I'm gonna select this, select that, shift, select this one, and then I'm gonna group it because that's what I want. And then now I can move it and it should line up. So then I'm gonna reduce the screen. I'm gonna go up here. This one I don't have to do anything with because I already extended that one. Now this one, I want to make sure that it's gonna line up. So, and I'm gonna zoom it so that way you guys can see it. Oops, wrong key. Oh, maybe too much. Okay. All right, so what do we have going on here? And honestly, I'm gonna zoom a little bit more and I can just maneuver like this. So what do we have going on here? You see how it's not connected? That's why zooming helps, and that needs to be connected. So I overlay this too, and I'm gonna get right here, move it over, move it up a little bit. Up, I grabbed the wrong one. Okay, so I'm meant to grab did I grab the right? I keep grabbing the wrong one. Let's see if I zoom a little more. So you guys can now see the gap right here, hopefully. There we go. All right. Oops. That quite didn't work. Look, they don't want to line up. Ha! There. So they're lining up there. Now, I'm going to zoom down some. And I'm going to see where they're supposed to line up here. Here we are. So I'm gonna zoom in. And there's a little gap, so the realistic is not connecting, you know? So I'm gonna do the same thing. It's not connecting. I need it to connect, otherwise it's not gonna cut. And that will make a difference, so we gotta line it up. It's being a rebel. So you can always, well, okay, buddy, move this way. Oh my goodness. Yay. All right, so it's there. So hopefully you guys, you have to just kind of play with a little, gosh, I know they have names. The anchor. Hey, there you go. So I'm gonna zoom out. And now I am going to keep zooming out because this is a big part. Okay, so I know it's this. Shift. I want this. I want this. There. So it's ready. I have 1, 2, 3. So tomorrow I will load it up in the Glowforge and line it up. And so you guys will see it. Okay, bye.